Key events. The architect of the unconscious. 1. A boy between worlds. Carl Jung was born in 1875 in a quiet Swiss village to a family of pastors and scholars. From childhood, he was drawn to mysteries, spirits, dreams, religion, and the strange silence between words. He often said he lived in two worlds. One, the bright and ordinary world of daylight, and another, shadowy, mist, and filled with ancient whispers. That division would define his life's work, the visible and the invisible, the conscious and the unconscious, the self and the shadow it casts. Chapter 2, Meeting Freud and Breaking Away. In 1907, Jung met Sigmund Freud, and for a time, he was considered Freud's spiritual son. But their paths soon diverged. Freud saw the mind as a machine powered by hidden desires, primarily sexual. Jung, however, felt the soul was more than instinct. He believed it was a living story, a myth unfolding within each of us. To Jung, the psyche wasn't something to be fixed. It was something to be understood, befriended, even listened to. Their break was painful, like a father and son parting ways. But from that silence grew the Jung we remember today, the explorer of dreams, symbols, and the deep ocean beneath thought. Chapter 3, The Collective Unconscious. Jung's most haunting idea, the collective unconscious. He believed that beneath our personal memories lies a shared layer of the psyche, a vast reservoir of human experience filled with images, stories, and patterns that repeat across cultures and centuries. He called these patterns archetypes: the hero, the mother, the trickster, the wise old man, the shadow. They appear in myths, religions, fairy tales, and even our modern movies. They are the same symbols we see in dreams, echoes of an ancient mind that we all still carry. To Jung, humanity was one great dreamer, and every individual dream was a reflection of the same timeless imagination. He wrote, "The collective unconscious is the ground from which every human being grows. It links us to our ancestors, to all who came before." In that sense, Jung didn't just study psychology. He mapped the soul of the species. Chapter 4, The Shadow, Our Hidden Twin. If there is light in us, Jung said, there must also be shadow. The shadow is everything we refuse to see in ourselves. Our fears, desires, impulses, and shame. We push it away, bury it deep, pretend it doesn't exist. But the shadow doesn't disappear. It waits, quietly, until it finds a way to speak. It may appear in our dreams, in the people we despise, or in the moments we lose control. Jung didn't see the shadow as evil. He saw it as honest, a part of ourselves seeking recognition. He wrote, "One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious." To embrace the shadow, Jung said, is to begin the process of becoming whole. 5. The process of individuation. This journey, the integration of all our parts, Jung called individuation. It's the lifelong process of becoming who we truly are, not by rejecting the dark or worshiping the light, but by uniting them. He saw it mirrored in myths: the hero's journey, the descent into the underworld, the confrontation with monsters, and the return transformed. All of these, Jung believed, were psychological allegories, stories of our own inner evolution. To individuate is to turn inward and listen, to dream, to reconcile the child and the adult, the rationale and the instinctual, until one day we stand before ourselves, complete. 6. Synchronicity, meaningful coincidence. Then came another haunting idea: synchronicity. Moments that seem connected, not by cause, but by meaning. A song plays just as you think of someone. A dream mirrors an event that happens the next day. A symbol appears repeatedly, whispering something you can't quite name. Jung saw these as acausal connections, the psyche and the world speaking the same language. To him, reality wasn't just physical, it was symbolic, alive, participating with us. He wrote, "Synchronicity is the ever-present reality for those who have eyes to see." And so, Jung's psychology wasn't cold science. It was almost mystical, a bridge between matter and meaning, between the mind and the cosmos. Turning point, the night of the soul. Every thinker faces a darkness that tests their truth. For Jung, it came after his break with Freud, a period he called his confrontation with the unconscious. He began to dream vividly, visions of floods, of blood, of strange gods rising from the depths. He feared he was losing his mind. Instead, he decided to face it. He recorded his dreams, drew the images he saw, and entered a dialogue with his own soul, which he called anima. These experiences later formed the Red Book, a masterpiece of art and madness, filled with haunting paintings and inner revelations. Through this descent, Jung discovered something profound, that within the chaos of the mind lies not insanity, but creation. He realized that to find one's soul, one must risk the underworld of one's own thoughts. He wrote, "Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes." It was here that Jung became not just a scientist, but a spiritual cartographer. He had walked through the fire and returned with light. Lessons. What Jung still teaches us. Time has passed. A century later, Jung's voice still echoes in the quiet. But what does it whisper to us now? What do his ideas mean for the sleepless, the seekers, the lost of this age? Chapter 1. Face the shadow. We all wear masks, polite smiles, curated selves, the illusion of control. But the shadow waits behind the curtain. It's not our enemy, it's our teacher. To deny it is to live half a life. To meet it is to reclaim our wholeness. Every act of self-awareness begins with courage. To see what we'd rather not see. And in that seeing, we are no longer haunted. We are awake. 2. We are not alone in our dreams. When you dream of falling, flying, running through endless corridors, you're not dreaming alone. You're tapping into something ancient. Every culture dreams of heroes, mothers, tricksters, lovers, gods. Jung's collective unconscious reminds us, our private world is part of a great shared memory. There's comfort in that. Your dreams, your fears, your archetypes, they're echoes of humanity itself. You are part of the great conversation of the soul. Chapter 3. Wholeness is not perfection. The modern world tells us to fix ourselves, to be productive, positive, polished. But Jung reminds us that wholeness is not perfection. It's the union of opposites, joy and sorrow, chaos and order, light and shadow. Healing is not climbing upward, it's diving inward, to the place where contradictions meet and peace grows quietly between them. Chapter 4. The mystery of meaningful coincidence. When strange coincidences happen, we often shrug them off. Jung would tell us, pay attention. Maybe life isn't random. Maybe it's whispering. Maybe the universe and your soul are engaged in a quiet dance of symbols. Every synchronicity, every echo could be a note in a cosmic melody, played just for you. 5. Listen to the inner voice. Jung's greatest legacy may be this simple invitation. Listen. Amid the noise, the goals, the endless scrolling, there's still a voice within you, ancient and tender, that remembers who you are. He called it the self, the center that holds all opposites. When we listen to it, life regains its meaning. When we silence it, we become lost, haunted, hollow. So perhaps the haunting of Jung's ideas is not a curse, but a reminder. A soft knock from within, gentle outro. The dream continues. Soft piano fades in, candlelight flickers. And now, dear listener, our journey through Jung's world draws to an end, but the echoes remain, like footprints in the snow of the mind. As you close your eyes tonight, remember, the stories that visit you in dreams are not random. They are your ancient teachers, draped in the language of symbols. When fear appears, look closer. It may be your shadow asking to be seen. When coincidence stirs your heart, perhaps it's life reminding you that everything is connected. Carl Jung once said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate." So tonight, as you drift towards sleep, let those words settle softly in your chest. Let your thoughts wander like candlelight over old books, through forests of memory, across the still lakes of your inner world. Because maybe the haunting is not something to escape, but something to listen to. The quiet persistence of meaning, the voice that whispers beneath every thought, you are deeper than you know. You are ancient, and you are whole. Good night, dreamer. May your dreams speak kindly. May the ghosts of thought become your guides. And may Jung's old lantern, still burning through the dark corridors of the mind, light your way home.